Okay. Whoopsie. Hold on one second here. Mhm, mhm. Let me bring this back up. Okay. We are going to see if we have anybody else joining us today. I'll leave it for a couple minutes because people are trying to get used to this technology. A few of you were able to join last week, which is really awesome. So I'm just going to wait a couple minutes and see who we have joining us today. Let me just make sure that I have everything that I want open here. Okay. So today we are talking about two really, really cool things. So first of all, we're going to go into our second nutritional habit, which is awesome because it's actually one of my favorites. And the last thing we're going to talk about right at the end is going to be the new challenge that we're going to do, which is called the Reality Check Challenge. I think you're really going to love it, even though it's also known as the Boring Shit Challenge, but tools that really work. Okay, so this is kind of just really getting back to basics, and whatever your goals are for June, you're going to find out that it doesn't really matter what your goal is, but we are still going to be able to attack that goal no matter what it is. Okay, so let's jump right in. What we're working on for this week is stopping eating at 80% full. Now, this seems like it's something that's so easy and so many people just kind of completely overlook it because it's easy, right? We take it for granted. But it isn't a number, so it makes it more difficult. Like, I'm not giving you a number of calories that you're supposed to eat per day or meal or anything like that. It's just stopping eating at 80% full. It's an idea, right? Because who knows? You can't see your stomach. You can't see when you're 80% full. This is an idea. And it applies to whatever stage you are at. So if you are new, if you have been doing this for a while, if you're pregnant, if you've just had a baby, it doesn't matter what stage you're at. This actually applies to you because it's intuitive, right? And what do I mean by that? It's the difference between appetite awareness and cravings. And that is the reality of it. And if you're pregnant, let me tell you why being pregnant is not a free-for-all. This is a little side note, but we do have quite a few pregnant people within the group right now, because what you actually eat makes up your baby. The raw materials you put in make up your baby. And the problem is the quality of your food determines what your baby's future could be. Therefore, if you're eating a lot of crap or a lot of really fatty foods from poor sources, there's toxins that get trapped in that fat, and then you eat that and it becomes a part of your child, right? And the weird thing about, eating kind of crappy food or low quality food these days is that, for example, if it's unorganic produce, then the pesticides and the stuff that are on that, they work in a couple of different ways. One, it either kills the bug, or two, it stops it from reproducing, right? So if you're eating that stuff, then all of a sudden you have these chemicals in you that are supposed to stop you from reproducing. And you are either going to get that and have maybe problems with fertility if that's your deal, or pass that on to your children, okay? So this is why your food right now, and more importantly, your nutritional habits, is incredibly important even if you're pregnant, okay? So why do we actually overeat? Let's get back to that right now. Let's go ahead, if you have your worksheet, list 3 reasons on your worksheet why you overeat. Don't overthink this. Just write 3 reasons right off the bat why you overeat, okay? Really, really quick. What do you overeat? Okay, that's the next question. Have you ever just gone crazy on a bowl of broccoli? Like, you just can't stop eating a ton of broccoli? No, right? These are not the kinds of foods that we overeat. It seems like it's so easy that we overlook it, right? Eating until we're 80% full. But the truth is that we've lost the ability to sense when we're actually full. Because our food, literally, there's like people called like food scientists who design our food to keep us eating it all the time. That's how people make money. And it's designed to keep us from acknowledging this fullness, right? The more that we eat, the more that we spend, and then somebody makes money. So it really is bigger and crazier than just, your willpower, right? So let me ask you, can you only eat your lunch until you're 80% full? Do you know what that feels like? Would you be able to do it? What kind of feelings does it bring up for you when you think about that? Will it be easy to do? Will it feel good ultimately if you can sense your actual hunger and satiety cues, right? Sometimes we're so disconnected from that, we don't even know what that means anymore, right? To be able to distinguish your physical hunger just from, cravings that you have, and figure out what habits you've developed around food, because it is a process that you have made habitual, right? These are habits. It's not just something that happens to you. Okay, food and eating is not just something that happens. It's something that we've learned. It's learned and it is a habit, right? So let's look at an example. Brunch. How do we feel about brunch, and why are we looking at brunch? Because we're talking about situations that contribute to your eating habits, right? We are talking about how you give yourself permission and why you give yourself permission. And it's not about, beating yourself up and feeling really awful. It's about becoming aware of what it is, and that it's just a habit. Whatever we do when we're eating, the thoughts around it is really just a habit that can be unlearned, right? We are improving your mindfulness. So let's get back to brunch. What does this bring up to you? What do you think about when you're going to brunch, right? Is it steamed vegetables and hard-boiled eggs? I don't think so. It's more like eggs Benedict, waffles, crepes, all of those crazy brunch foods. That's what we think about, right? That is the idea that we have about what brunch is. But why do you really go out for brunch? I mean, think about it. Do you just sort of go by yourself all the time and it's kind of a daily thing? No. Would it really matter if you got to, a restaurant and all they had there was steamed vegetables and hard-boiled eggs? Would it matter? Or would nothing matter as long as the people that you're supposed to go out to brunch with were actually there? Right? Why are you going out to brunch? Would it be the end of the world if you could only have vegetables and hard-boiled eggs? I don't think so, but it's fine to go and have eggs Benedict, right? If you're going to go for brunch, it's a special event, it's absolutely fine. The problem becomes, because it's brunch and it's an event, we associate it with overindulging, right? We do. We give ourselves permission to eat, scones to start, 2 glasses of juice, eggs Benedict, specialty coffee, and then you just, start taking some of your friends' food. You know that cycle, right? Because you've given yourself permission. You go, okay, cool, I'm going to go absolutely bananas, which isn't necessary, right? When in reality, you really probably only needed like half of the eggs Benedict and you're totally full. And that would have been just fine. But because we've given ourselves that permission, all of a sudden, we just go absolutely crazy, right? And this is a habit that we have learned. We've learned that if we go out to brunch and we're with friends and we're socializing, that it's time to go crazy and eat whatever's there because it's an event, right? And it's a habit that we can unlearn and we can replace it. Because brunch is not just about the food, it's about the people. Oh my goodness, I'm getting a phone call as we do this. It's about the people that we are out with, right? Sorry about that phone call. It's not my phone, so I can't answer it. So let's take a quick moment. What are some of the situations or cues that you give yourself permission to overeat with? Grab your worksheet and write a couple of these out. Again, don't overthink it. Just think of those few situations or those cues that you get where you're just like, oh, okay, I'm going to give myself total permission. So this is going to be hard, right? Eating till 80% full. You're going to feel uncomfortable. I even still feel uncomfortable when I'm thinking about it, right? Even thinking about it, it makes you feel a little bit anxious because you're worried if you can do it and what it feels like. But I want you to look at it like this. We want to keep learning, okay? We want to learn about our hunger, our fullness, and our stomach cues. These are 3 really big things. We're paying attention to hunger headaches, right? When you're really hungry, we don't let it happen that often, but when we are, we get headaches, we feel lightheaded, we space out. I know I do. We get hangry. That is certainly one that I am very, very familiar with. And you get a growling tummy, right? We want to pay attention to when we actually feel stuffed. Like, do you get to that point? Some foods that you're eating, you don't notice when you feel stuffed or bloated until way afterwards. What gives you heartburn? When you just have too much food in your stomach, it's starting to push it out. When do you feel nauseated? When do you feel gassy because foods just aren't working for you? Or when you feel heavy and sluggish? We really want to start paying attention to those things, right? When do you feel energized, right? When have you just eaten enough that you feel cool, you're not hungry anymore, you're satisfied, and you actually feel like you could stop eating and go do something instead of just like taking a nap or going on the couch, right? Which is the feeling if you've eaten too much. Because here's the thing, you need to know what feeling 100% or even 120% full feels like so that you can know what 80% feels like, right? You need to be able to distinguish both of those two feelings. Once you've learned this, you'll be able to stop eating before you're stuffed, which is really an awesome feeling, isn't it? You'll be able to plan to eat before you get hangry, which is even better. You'll recognize that eating is a process. It really is. That is learned instead of something that is just happening to you that you have zero control over. And then you can enjoy your food instead of being afraid, right? That it has this control over you in some way. If you are new, just try this, right? Just try eating until you're 80% full. Notice what happens. Learn your hunger and fullness cues, because I guarantee you, if you've kind of been off the, healthy eating track for a while, then a lot of the foods that we are eating, they're really messing up your feedback loops, and it's hard to know when you're hungry and when you're full. Okay, if you're more advanced, the point is to improve the quality and consistency of executing this, right? It sounds very sciencey, but ultimately at the end of the day, just notice when you're giving yourself permission. And it's okay if you do, right? But you have to notice when. So it's not just something that, happens all the time and we have no power over, okay? So does that sound good? It doesn't seem like it's that hard, but I want you to give it a try. We're going to check in about a week and see how everybody's doing, okay? So let's talk about this challenge. I'm actually really excited about this challenge. It's the Reality Check Challenge. So we are going to be going in and really getting back to basics, AKA the boring shit and tools that work, okay? And here's the thing. Do you want to win $200? This is the big prize that we're going to be having for this challenge, amongst other things, which you'll find out throughout the challenge. But this is the big one that we're going to be going after. Here's how you win it. You're going to receive a meal plan which is specific to your stage. So even if you're pregnant or trying to conceive or post, or just within the club in any way, or a platinum member, it doesn't matter how you have come into this challenge. You get to pick what your goal is of the challenge, and you're going to receive a specific challenge for that goal, okay? You're going to receive a specific workout plan. You're going to receive a self-improvement exercise, okay? And it's all going to be on a worksheet, which is going to be designed to help you to either drop 10 pounds, if that's something that you're interested in, improve your nutritional profile, maybe you're healing from something, build your muscle and improve your alignment, maybe if you're pregnant, promote healthy habits and mental clarity, okay? So this is really about getting that inner and outer strength that, you might need right now, right? So what you do, you have to fill out your worksheet every day. Okay, each check gives you points. And each week I'm going to check in to see how many points you have, right? It's not that complicated. It's pretty simple. At the end of 28 days, we're going to tally our points, okay? How do you enter? This is also super simple. Challenges are best done with friends. This is going to be an accountability challenge, which we all love so much. All you have to do is recruit one friend to be your accountability partner. So this isn't, it can be a man or a woman. It doesn't matter who it is, okay? Programs are designed for both. So you can, if you have a male friend that could really benefit from something, they are more than welcome to join this, okay? You can recruit as many as you like. If you get partners, it equals 5 points. So what do they have to do? They get to do 3 weeks of your challenge, or if they're pregnant or in a different position, they're going to do the goal that they choose, okay? So it's their phase. Sorry, Maverick, can you go upstairs, please, till I finish? Thank you, sweetheart. Hold on one sec. I know, my love, but Mommy's live, and I need you to go upstairs real quick. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, sorry about that. So it doesn't matter, again, men or women. It only depends on what their goals are, right? So there are programs specific to women, specific to men, whether you're pregnant or whatever phase you're in, okay? So partners, again, are 5 points each. What do they have to do? They get 3 weeks. So they have to join for $27. They're going to get a full meal plan, full workouts plus 3 weeks of coaching with me in a coaching call, okay? So they're gonna love it. My goal for them is to really reach whatever goal they have chosen over those 3 weeks, okay? If they win, of course, they get a Training Life e-gift card for $138 US, which basically gives them a full month of training, okay? And that is whatever program of their choice. That's why it is a gift card and not specifically any one program, because it depends on what their goal is, right? So how will you spend your $200? This is a straight up, literally no bullshit challenge, okay? This is gonna get you feeling frigging amazing. That is the point of this, and we're starting June 1st, which means you have to be entered before that, okay? So get your partners ready. This can be women who want to drop 10 pounds or put on muscle, men who want to drop 10 pounds, or if it is their goal to put on muscle, make sure they do have access to a gym or weights, okay? Moms or pregnant women who are wanting to do the right workouts for their stage. There's so much confusion about what to do while you're working out or while you're pregnant, or whether you're trying to recover after pregnancy. So this is going to be absolutely wonderful, a great stepping off point for women in that situation. They will be your accountability partners. So choose somebody who's just as excited about their goals and about succeeding as you are, because there's going to be points for check-ins, right? They're going to get to choose the goal of their challenge just like you. So depending on what they want, this is what they're going to be able to get out of it, okay? This is big time accountability for the month of June. I want you to go into your summer feeling frigging fabulous. So let's get super excited. We're going to rock your specific goal for this upcoming month. I'm going to give you some major tough love this month. I want you guys to just literally kill this and feel so awesome throughout June. Basically, I'm just going to totally kick your butt, okay? So I want you, again, feeling frigging glorious, and I want your friends to feel that way too, right? This is an amazing opportunity we have. So are you ready? You will be given a link within your email that you'll be able to send out, and as soon as you get your accountability partners, you're going to get all of that info so that you can be 100% prepped. I'm going to make it so easy for you to literally kill this challenge that you're not even going to have to think about. It's going to be really an amazing month this month, okay? So that is all for our presentation for today. Any questions, please do pop them in the group. I will share this on the page as soon as we are finished here. Any questions about that habit? We are going to have check-ins for it. I want to make sure that your 80% full habit really just gets absolutely nailed, okay? So good luck to you. Join the challenge. I can't wait to see what's going to happen. And let me see here. And we will talk soon. Okay?